So hello and welcome to everybody who has joined us for the build-up to this occasion of ultimate tribalism. And as you would expect, that build-up has been remarkable. They fight here not just for the pride of their manor, but in the ultimate show of one-upmanship. The San Siro, for nigh on a century, Milan's power base, the ultimate status symbol of their glorious history. So the gloves are off, Jim. Well, he's tried one! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Valverde. And that's a simple one for the keeper.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
And the through ball. Thinks about the shot. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Griezmann gets a foot in here. He is starved of space and time. Has a look and plays it forward. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Good read, needed to be. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Lazio clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
No foul, says the referee. Well read, nice interception. Rafinha. Romario, Jim, he hardly needs any introduction, does he? He's been there, done it all at the very highest level.
Yeah, one of the most prolific strikers ever and a real genius inside the penalty box. And he does it all with a style and a certain panache that's unique to him.
And they've got rid. And it's Cucurella. So it is still 0-0.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
And he cuts out the supply. He's having a hit! And it's gone back to the keeper. Koundé. He's through here. And pushed us! And he has kept it out somehow.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
And the referee has brought play back and shown him a yellow card.
Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
McTominay! Goal, Milan! Oh, the deftness of touch. Received it delightfully and finished it off sumptuously.
Well, I think he knew all he had to do was get it under control, and it was always going to end up in the back of the net thereafter.
A 1-0 lead established.
Yeah, it's rare that one is enough, though, Peter. I get the feeling they'll be wanting another as soon as possible.
And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. And the score is 1-0. Rafinha. And here's Romario. Romario proves just a little bit too strong. They're back in possession and ready to go again. Rafinha! Cleared without hesitation. Osimhen. Koundé produces the perfect tackle there. Oh, he's found support out wide. Gomez. Vitinha is always looking to break lines. And it's Koundé. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. And that was very necessary. 1-0 here just before the break, and it looks as though it's going to stay that way. Shoots! That was superb goalkeeping.
Romario actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest. There's a defensive height advantage here, Peter, but of course it's not guaranteed to work.
Yeah, they need to be thinking in terms of guile, deception, don't they? Oh, lovely feeding is such a good move. He's having a go! And collective relief etched on the faces of the defenders.
He's a lucky boy there. You lose the ball like that, and usually you're going to get punished.
The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Sanchez. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Now it's Romario. Oh, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Challenge just a bit on the firm side. He's been bundled over, that is a foul. He knew what was coming, that's a yellow card. It looks like he's picked up a bit of a knock from that challenge.
Well, not the best way to deal with it, but the old threat of pace clearly made him feel a tad...
Griezmann! Decent hit from there. Sanchez. And there is the half-time whistle. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here.
Yeah, I like the fact that there was a genuine flow to this game, as well as intent. But I can't help feeling that their efforts deserved that little bit more.
Milan happy to have the lead in a tight old game. Half-time, 1-0.
Il primo tempo è andato bene, speriamo sia così anche il secondo.
And the action is back underway.
Milan definitely want to carry on in a similar manner, although I would exercise some caution, Peter. You wouldn't want to leave yourself open in the early minutes trying to kill this off.
Cucurella, cross needs to be good. And he's taking no chances there. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Osimhen with the challenge, and he has given... Quickly taken. And it's Cucurella.
Oh, great feat, that.
Can he get on the end of this? Cleared without complication.
Lazio clearly are trying to mix things up here, keeping their opponents guessing.
And here's Romario. McTominay spots it and intercepts. Tries to play it through. Very nicely done. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Can he finish? He's scored! Lazio back on level terms. And that is fabulous. A true beauty of a goal.
And you can see he meant every bit of that, Peter. He had his head up as he went to hit it. He knew his landscape.
Lazio grab the equaliser, and we're all square.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter, when you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing. The outcome should all come down to finishing.
So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Great vision. No luck with that dink over the top.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision, because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
Konate cuts it out. Tchouaméni. Great work on the overlap. It's out for a goal kick.
Sostituzione per il Milan. Numero 8.
We have got changes here from both sides, in fact.
Numero 7. Attenzione, un cambio.
Now it's Puskás. Milan are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise. That's really well cleared. Taken back almost at once. Well, here's a man adored by many, even deified by some. McTominay. Puskás. And it's Silva. You have to say that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Neatly clipped into space. And he's decided to go for it. Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter, and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
Whistle's gone, that's a foul. Koundé. That's tidy.
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
Cucurella. And Guardiol. And here's Semenyo. Tchouaméni does really well to win the ball there. Still anyone's game, this. One moment can decide it.
Listen, the fans haven't given up on this by any means. They still believe it can be won.
Gomez is there, and he can get that clear. Into the last 5 minutes. Threads one in. And into the grateful arms of the keeper.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Aimed beyond the defence. Puskás delivers with whip.
Well, they've got to get everyone forward, and maybe even the keeper.
Sostituzione per il Milan. Numero 10. Lascia il campo per il numero 11. Cambio di giocatore. Ci saranno 3 minuti di recupero.
That's going to go a long way. Dealt with nicely by the defence. Added time going up here, it's 3 minutes. Konate deals with that comfortably.
That's just...
And that is as far as it goes. A good watch, more than a good watch actually, certainly from a sporting perspective. It lacks winner of course, but the crowd largely satisfied. So there it is. What struck you most about that?
Well, I think all things considered, Peter, this was a fair result. Both sides showed the right qualities to try and win it and, you know, ultimately ended up cancelling each other out, at least result-wise. I think any other outcome, I don't think would have been fair.
So just time for me to say thanks to Jim for his wisdom and to wish you all a very good evening.